This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Let me tell you the story of how I bought this book in 2016, how it cost me $5,200, why that was worth every single penny, and maybe most importantly, what I learned from the book that made it so valuable. End of 2016, I was in a video production company, and I had wanted to get better at search engine optimization, potentially managing clients' websites, and helping to boost their SEO because I found out video was good at doing that. I got served, I think, a Facebook ad for this training program group type thing. It hooked me, did like a webinar or something, found out this course, this training, it was a video training, cost $5,200, which at the time and to this day, I mean, anybody who doesn't think $5,200 is a lot, they're not me. I think that that's a lot of money. But I, for whatever reason, and I get like this, I got zeroed in on this. I'm like, this is the way to make money. This is how we will do it. These people will teach me what I need to know. I bought it. I bought the course. Started the course. First video, like videos were horrible quality, absolute horrible quality, but I'm like, all right, it's not about the production value, it's about the info in the videos. Never, like, I think I watched the first 3 videos. To this day, never completed the course. Well, thankfully, in the very first video, they mention this book, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and said, before you even continue in this course, we want you to read this book. Better yet, listen to this book. Grant Cardone narrates it in the audio version. I was like, yeah, I can do that. Got the book, audio version, start listening to it. Grant Cardone's absolutely crazy to listen to. Like, if you look at his life, there's a lot of just crazy, just a crazy individual. But the premise of the book was the line in the sand moment for me that started my career down a trajectory to what I would consider now success. And the 3 game changers for me are this: 1, effort; 2, time; and 3, writing stuff down. Effort. The book is about applying 10 times the amount of effort you think is necessary to complete a task. He goes at it a bunch of different ways, like taking a goal, multiplying it by 10, and then thinking about how much effort you would need to achieve that 10x goal. But at its core, it's about applying maximum effort toward a goal. For instance, if you want to create a successful YouTube channel, instead of posting 1 video every 10 days, maybe post 1 video a day. That's principle number 1 that took my brain by storm and just completely changed how I handled my video production company, how I handled things in my personal life with my family, how I handled relationships, how I handled getting out of debt, which later on happened. That effort equation is just so crucial. And I'm gonna take you through this tactically, like how do you actually do this? Number 2, with time. And time, when I was telling my friends about this book and like how much I loved it, they would always rib me about time. So they're like, okay, so if I wanna get it done in a month, does that mean I have to get it done in 3 days? Do you divide by 10? And I was like, yeah, no, like, yeah, I get it. I think actually I just told him yes, like think about it like that. But the true takeaway when it comes to time is when you set a goal, think about how much time you think it's gonna take you to hit the goal. And then multiply that by 10 and ask yourself, are you really willing to put in the effort for that amount of time? If you want a successful YouTube channel in 6 months, are you willing to spend 5 years pursuing that successful YouTube channel? The expectation and the way your mindset shifts when you start playing that long game, and the amount of effort you realize it would require to spend 5 years as opposed to 6 months, that shift was crucial for me. And then the last one is very, very tangibly just writing down as much as you can what the goal is, how you're gonna do it, and what the very next step is for getting it done. So I'm gonna take you through an example of how you can use this strategy for yourself actionably to get this done. But another way that I'm currently investing in myself is through a Skillshare membership, a class that I'm taking by Kate Ahrens called Personal Productivity 5 Exercises to Make Your Big Goal a Reality. I really like the course. I really like investing in myself in this way. I think it's super important to just stay in the game, stay self-aware about what you're learning and what you're actually doing to get the stuff that's in here out there. And this course is very much helping me with that. Highly recommend you check it out. You can learn anything you want to learn on Skillshare. There's thousands of courses, and if you get an annual membership, it's less than $10 per month. Plus, the first 1,000 of you to click the link in my description are gonna get a free trial of the premium subscription to the platform. Check it out, you're gonna love it. All right, let's make this tactile. Effort, time, writing stuff down. So let's say your goal is to make $100,000. All right, what you're gonna do is you're gonna times that by 10. Multiply that, now you need to make $1 million. Okay, you wanna do it in the next 3 months, times that by 10, 30 months, it's like 2.5 years. All right, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna prepare yourself for it taking much longer than you thought it was gonna take. Like actually mentally sit down and meditate on how much effort would be required of me. What do I actually need to prepare myself for if this is actually gonna take me 2.5 years instead of 3 months? Do I have that level of grit? Am I that committed to this? Prepare for that. Then that $1 million. The goal to hit $100,000 versus the goal to hit $1 million, like even just saying it right now, there is an insane amount more effort required to make $1 million, in my mind anyway, than there is to make 100,000. And remember, even though you're prepared for 2.5 years, you want to do this in 3 months. How do you make $1 million in 3 months? Like, really kind of allow yourself to feel that level of effort, of energy, of focus, of like output. Feel that. Yeah, that's the thing that changed everything for me. Like all of a sudden, daily vlogging didn't seem like this massive undertaking. It just seemed like the appropriate amount of effort to do something grand. And then the last thing is you can just get really wrapped up in that, especially when you're writing this down every day. $1 million in 3 months, prepare for 2.5 years. You can really get in your head about this is this big grandiose dream and I'm, you know, this is the bird's eye view. What you gotta do at the very end is you gotta take it back down to what's the very next step that I have to take? Do I have to set up a tripod? Do I have to make a call to a client? Do I have to invoice this other client? Do I have to just make revision round 7 on this one that I'm doing so that I can just get done with it and move on to the next? Whatever it is, you need to be focused on what is the very next step that you need to take, and then daily write down 1 million, 3 months, very next step. $1 million by selling commercial videos to clients, and then write down the very next step of what needs to happen. Get in that groove, get in that flow, and stay focused on the realization that you're so much more capable, that you have so much more inside of you than you thought you did, and you're gonna focus in the right place and you're gonna hit these goals. End of the day, if you aim for $1 million in 3 months and you only make 100,000, let's go. That's a lot of money.